the shot. Look, Gilory score! Newberry is able to get one home. That's deflected. Gene holding, weaving. Gene to his forehand. Score! Kyle Gene, his first road.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CT Whale Insider, the Whale's new online video show. I'm Bob Crawford, voice of the Whale. A lot of good stuff coming for you on this week's edition. We're going to go up close and personal with the Whale's Matt Gilory. Also get Whale head coach Ken Gernander's thoughts on last week's 3 road games, and also a big home weekend coming up this coming weekend, and all the highlights of last week's action and plenty of other good information as well. To kick things off, let's sit down with Whale head man and franchise icon Ken Gernander as he talks about last week's 3 road games, one of which was a victory in Albany, and also upcoming games at the XL Center this weekend against Hershey and Providence. Back with Ken Gernander now after the Whale put together 3 consecutive road games, getting 3 points out of a possible 6, including the first win of the season Wednesday in Albany. And Ken, obviously a lot of frustration in the first 4 games in terms of trying to finish things off and get a victory. But do you feel like for the most part it was a solid 60-minute effort in that game in Albany?
Yeah, I do. I think we're getting better day by day, and we finally got rewarded with a win there last night. But it was in large part just a real good team effort, and felt real good about a lot of the guys' play last night.
And diversified offense too. You had 3 different guys score their first goals of the season. JT Miller had his first pro goal. Chris Newberry didn't play most of the game, but your offense really seemed to be a group that was tough to check. A lot of different weapons out there.
Yeah, well, I think in contrast with the first several games, we did a pretty good job of limiting the penalties, which allowed us to get more people into the flow of the game, and we were able to generate more offense, I guess, as a result of not having to kill so many penalties.
When you get a goal out of a Tommy Grant, Andrew Yogan, a young guy who's trying to work his way more fully into the rotation, when you're able to, like you alluded to a second ago, give those guys more ice time, how important is that for their development?
Yeah, well, I mean, like Yogan there, I think we tried to reward him with a power play shift after he'd won a battle in the defensive zone, and he goes out there and gets a goal. So I think it's a good message to everybody that good defense leads to offense in a lot of cases. And this weekend, a couple of home games, back for some home cooking at the XL Center, and a pair of proud franchises that have been around for a while, Hershey and Providence coming in. The Hershey Bears, a club that you don't see a ton of. They're a team that's been very powerful in the league for a number of years and always seem to have an explosive offense. Yeah, and we're a franchise that we want to establish ourselves and be someone that's thought of at the top of the standings, or that's someone that's going to be competitive. So it's always a good measuring stick when you go up against Hershey, and Providence is one of our bigger rivals. Given some of our playoff history from days gone by and how many times we play them throughout the course of the season. So 2 real good challenges for us. One, a team that is perennially up there in the standings all the time, and the other one, someone that you're going to have to go to war with probably a dozen times throughout the course of the season. So it'll be a good weekend.
You look back to the Bears home opener on Saturday. It was a wild one. 8-7 was the final. They ended up losing it. So I'm sure as a coach, you're looking at that and thinking, we don't want to get drawn into a wide open game against these guys.
Yeah, I'm sure they had some teachable moments after that. But I'm sure they're a team that's offensively capable when you look at their roster. And I think from a coaching standpoint, that's always good to have skilled players that can pay off and create opportunities. But part of your job of coaching is always trying to work the defensive side of thing and limit your mistakes and limit the opposition's opportunities. So that'll be the challenge for us here tomorrow night.
Should be a good weekend on home ice. A couple of exciting games. Kenny, thanks a lot, and best of luck.
All right, thank you, Bob.
Back with more on CT Whale Insider. Stay with us.
We believe believe in hockey in Hartford. We believe the team comes first. We believe that the only good critic is a silenced one. We believe that no matter what, no matter when, and no matter how, that our fans will be louder, stronger, and more powerful than any others. We believe in the blue and green. Games Friday and Saturday. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now at ctwhale.com.
Toward the net, Bobrovsky juggles in front for Hagelin. Second shot, score! First NHL goal for Carl Hagelin, and it's 2-0 Rangers.
Hedberg, double double. Here's Kreider peeling off, setting it up. Girardi, a shot, score! In the midst of a change, and a shot is locked down, and another shot, they score! Del Zotto, 2-zip.
My best all-time Halloween costume was Bert from Sesame Street.
Best all-time Halloween costume would have to be White Goodman from Dodgeball.
That's probably my best and my worst. That was the Pink Panther one year, but it was a big mascot costume. It was so hot that it was cool, but at the same time I was dying.
Best Halloween costume that I had was probably last year as Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down, the HBO show.
I think I was the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland.
Best all-time Halloween costumes got to be dressed up as a 6'5" girl in Daisy Dukes when I was in junior.
My best Halloween costume was with Jason Mission. We were mustard and ketchup.
The Whale are back on home ice Friday, hosting the Hershey Bears in the first game of a 4-game season series. The Bears are without some of the familiar names from their recent Calder Cup teams, like Chris Bourque, last year's AHL point-scoring champ with 27 goals and 66 assists for 93 points in 73 games, and Keith Aucoin, but they could still fill the net. Their leader through the first 2 weeks is former Hartford Wolfpack forward Jeff Tate, who had a goal and 3 assists in Hershey's wild 8-7 loss in their home opener Saturday to Rochester, and had 2 goals and 7 points through the first 4 games. And John DeSalvatore, the pride of South Windsor, Connecticut, had 2 goals and 4 assists for 6 points through the 4 outings, and was 3 points shy of .500 for his AHL career. Don't forget, at each and every Friday night Whale home game, fans can enjoy $1 hot dogs and $2 beers until 8 o'clock. And as a special treat, every fan who attends this Friday's game will receive a voucher for a free hot dog. Face-off is 7 o'clock.
Rick DiPietro. That helps them. Nice chance in front. Backhander goal by Matt Gilroy. A goal scorer's goal by the Young Hobie Baker Award winner.
You know, I asked Mark Messier before tonight's game, I said, what'd you think of some of the players? And we got talking about Matt Gilroy, and he says, he competes, he skates, he moves the puck, he follows up on the play, and there he goes. I mean, he just, look at him go, 97, and how about the move? How about those hands?
Matt Gilroy joins us now, fresh off the ice from a Whale practice. And Matt, the Whale had an awfully tough time getting into the win column prior to Wednesday night's game in Albany, which, as you and I talked, was last night. What do you think was different about that effort in Albany for the club?
I think we finally put 60 minutes together. I think the few games before there were good periods, but not a full 60, and we were able to do that, and we got the win.
And real good finish, too, scoring 5 goals against a Devil goaltender in Keith Kincaid that had pitched a shutout the game before. Did you feel that with the quality of chances you guys were generating before that game that the finishing touch would come a little bit better?
Yeah, we've been knocking on the doorstep a lot, but we haven't been putting them away. And we last night we took advantage of our opportunities and we put some in the back of the net.
The defense as a unit, a lot of new faces, guys that haven't necessarily played together. You're a guy that's played obviously in the Ranger organization, a little bit for the Wolfpack, but never played for a long time in Hartford. As far as the chemistry on the blue line, how do you feel that's coming together?
It's going pretty well. I think there's a lot of guys who've played a lot of professional games back there, so it's been an easy transition for everyone. Just a lot of talk, and it's been pretty good so far.
You played a lot on a pairing with Logan Pyatt, who's a veteran guy like yourself, not an older player, but a guy that's been around a few years in pro. You're both right-handed shots. Is that a little bit different when you're a righty playing with another righty out there?
I think it's harder for him because he's on the left side, so I'm lucky. But I mean, it isn't. But it's just hockey, and you just got to make sure you're talking out there and work through some things. But you know, like I said, it's just hockey.
Some great offensive blue liners back there on the points on the power play, and the power play was really cooking, especially in the first 3 games of the season. When the unit's going well, when it has gone well, what kind of drives the bus there?
I just think getting pucks to the net and you know, causing chaos in front there. You know, we got a lot of good playmakers out there, and if we start overdoing it, it's not going to help us. But if we keep it simple and get it to the net, it seems to work.
We saw you here for a quick stint on a conditioning assignment as a rookie, just coming out of BU, just getting your feet wet in pro. A lot of water's gone under the bridge since then. A couple of good years with the Rangers last year, splitting between Tampa Bay and Ottawa. Tell us how you feel your career's gone since that quick snapshot we got of you with the Wolfpack.
It's been a good journey. It's been a lot of learning experience, and you know, being here again with my opportunity just to come and play, and while this lockout's going on, it's been unbelievable to come learn and get confidence and pick guys like Coach G and Book's brain and just learn from them. And it's you know, it's always a learning process, and it's been a great journey so far.
Being back with the Rangers organization where it started for you out of BU, I know that there's not been anything guaranteed for you. You're on an AHL contract now with the Whale, but being a New York area guy and having already worn the Rangers crest for a couple of years, is it a special thing for you to be with the Ranger organization?
Yeah, I think so. It's coming out of college, it was the only place I wanted to be, and that's where I was. And it's nice to come back and be comfortable with people I know here and the trainers and close to home. It's been, it's just nice to come home to a comfort zone like this and learn and get more confidence. And again, nothing but good things to say.
To work with a guy like Jeff Bukaboom, he not only has an unbelievable pedigree in terms of winning championships at the NHL level, but a guy who is a real beast defensively in his own zone. I think maybe you're a cut from a different cloth, at least as far as being more offensive defenseman, but you feel like Jeff Bukaboom really has a lot of good things to offer for you, maybe rounding out the game a little bit more?
Yeah, I think especially for me, the way I play and the way he's played and made a career for himself, and I can pick his brain, and he can really help me on that aspect, and it's been nothing but great things from him.
And it's interesting to me too, guys like him made a living back in that era, a lot of just basically knocking guys down in front of the net when you could get away with a bit more in front of the goal. But as a coach, has Jeff fully made that transition as far as the way he coaches to defending a little bit differently than maybe he did during his career?
Yeah, absolutely. The knowledge on him is unbelievable. I had a totally different picture, watching him in the Rangers win the Cup and just killing people out there, but it's unbelievable, the knowledge for the game and how he coaches and see things on and off the ice. It's been a great experience with him.
Well, it's been a lot of fun seeing you out there in the Whale jersey. Thanks a lot for sharing a few minutes with us here today, and all the best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Matt Gilory with us here. Stay tuned for more CT Whale Insider.
The Whale play their first Saturday night home game this week, taking on the arch-rival Providence Bruins at 7 o'clock. The P Bruins were 0-2 in the first week of the season, but then won a pair of games last week, and they've been a balanced group thus far. Providence is the new home of defending AHL points champ Chris Bourque, but a pair of youngsters, Maxime Sauvé and Ryan Spooner, have been the top producers for the Bruins in the early going. Sauvé had 2 goals and 2 assists through the first 4 games, and Spooner chipped in a goal and 3 helpers. Jordan Caron, the former Bruins first-rounder who spent most of last season with a big club, struck for a hat trick in a 4-3 win at Manchester on Friday. It's the first of 6 clashes on the year between the Whale and Bruins, and the first chance for the Bourque brothers, Providence's Chris and the Whale's Ryan, to battle for family bragging rights. Wear your Halloween costume Saturday. It's Haunted Hockey Night with a costume parade on the ice in the first intermission and plenty more Halloween-themed fun.
The Whale coming off 3 road games, their first road action last week. It's a 2-game trip down to Norfolk. A lot of time on the bus. An overtime loss on Friday night, 5-4 at Scope in Norfolk after a big third period comeback to get the Whale's first point in the standings. 6-3 defeat to the Admirals in the rematch on Saturday. And then the Whale put their first notch in the win column on Wednesday at the Times Union Center in Albany. The Devils struck first, but then the Whale put up 5 in a row, including 3 Whale players getting their first goals of the season. So the Whale with 3 out of a possible 6 points during the week. And let's take a look at the top plays from those 3 road outings right now.
Can't do so cleanly. Back comes Gilory for Connecticut to Miller on left wing. Miller, nice move up the side. Miller does forehand, scores! JT Miller, his first pro goal, and a beauty it was, as he stick handled through the defense and made a quick move to the forehand to slide it past the stick side of Kincaid. Miller with a beautiful curl and drag move around Larson, and there was traffic to his right, but he brought the puck back toward his left and put it in. The Norfolk zone around the near side boards. Newberry drops it off to Gene. Gene in the slot to Gilory. He shoots and scores! Gilory, his second of the game, a snapshot of the power play, and the Whale tie it at 2. Right back in comes Miller down left wing. Miller shoots one. That's partially blocked, and it comes right to Siegel, and he scores! Siegel's able to put a loose puck home for a goal in his own building, and it's 4-3 now. And Vernace will start the Whale back. Here's Gene. Into the Norfolk end up the slot, off to Siegel on left wing. He shoots, he scores! Siegel ties the game with his second goal of third period. A sharp angle shot from along the left wing board.
Up in a neutral ice. Back for Kelly now. Rabarenka. Rabarenka losing it. Grant walking in. Shot score. Tommy Grant scores and makes it 3-0.
That about does it for this week's show. Thanks for being with us on CT Whale Insider. Big thanks to our special guest, Whale head coach Ken Gernander and defenseman Matt Gilroy. Hope to see you at the XL Center this weekend as the Whale take on a pair of great AHL franchises, the Hershey Bears on Friday and the Providence Bruins on Saturday. Bob Crawford here. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you again next week.
In hockey in Hartford. We believe the team comes first. We believe that the only good critic is a silent one. We believe that no matter what, no matter when, and no matter how, that our fans will be louder, stronger, and more powerful than any others. We believe in the blue and green. Games Friday and Saturday. Tickets start at just $10. Get your tickets now at ctwhale.com.